Gaming on a Mac has really become the new talk of the town. Seeing new dev tools for porting games. Is all this enough to finally say buying a MacBook for gaming is smart? Sure, you likely won't get half the FPS. Let's see what you can expect.
We're really excited about games, and again, our goal is to have the best game machine in the world.
You can't play whatever game you might want. There are a few different ways you can go about playing games on your Mac, but an app called Crossover right now has become the universal go.
This isn't surreal. I don't know what is.
Yeah, totally. It's insane.
Crossover basically closest you can get to Windows performance level on your Mac. Crossover will allow you to download a number of Windows apps right into macOS. The new dev kit is made for porting Windows games over, and Crossover does have a way of getting this working. Didn't do it quite yet, as it's still pretty early and I wanted to give it enough time to actually develop. Surprisingly, this new generation of Macs has been utter powerhouses, literally smashing every expectation. This, the M2 Pro being the second tier of the M2 generation, is still so impressive. Today we're looking at the base model M2 Pro 16-inch MacBook Pro. I connected the Apple Studio display, so some games may be running in resolutions as high as 4K. We'll change from the Apple Studio display to the MacBook itself, but the Apple Studio display lets you get an idea of how much you can really do with this machine. Starting out, I picked GTA 5 in the Forest for our load time test. Like I said, the games you can play now are limited but constantly growing. The Forest took 17 seconds to load, with GTA 5 taking 22 seconds. Fairly fast speeds, but load time speeds aren't what we're gaming for. If you want to know if gaming is possible, yes, at 1440p with very high settings, I was able to achieve 40 FPS, mostly staying in the 50 to 60 range. Sadly, those dips would bring it down, but they were hardly noticeable. Just to be clear, Crossover is not a native app. While the new dev kit is made by Apple, it's not a front-end user app that does game translation like Crossover. You can get Crossover working with the new dev kit. However, I didn't do this, but if you guys want me to, feel free to leave a comment and I'll look into it. Crossover is one of the first apps to natively allow downloading of Windows apps. However, sadly, they only allow a 14-day trial period, and then there's a subscription fee. I would recommend trying the trial for the full period and getting an idea of how you can use Crossover, then deciding if just waiting for devs to start translating their games natively, as it seems this is what Apple wants to start doing. If you want to start gaming now, here's some benchmarks to get you started. First, like I said, 5K, then we tried 1080p, 2K, and the results were fair, all within what you would expect, quite honestly. Now, being that the difference between 2K and 5K is virtually non-existent, I think we may have room for more improvements with a better translation layer and maybe adding Apple's dev kit to Crossover. However, the Forest and Fallout 3 run fairly well, with the Forest being maybe less optimized than Fallout. You could feel some stutters, and I don't think we maintained 60 FPS. However, I don't think it's a lack of power, rather bad optimization. I don't know for sure, but I think we may see some improvements with the dev kit. Minecraft and even modded Minecraft are possible with this machine, and it's pretty impressive, honestly. The amount of mods you can have downloaded is insane. Crossover has a lot of games already integrated, and Apple's dev kit can be used by you. With some hoops, you can basically run whatever game you want. It's not easy, but it's possible. You may want to hold off for devs to port their own games over, as I'm sure the performance will be much better. However, the choice is yours. Gaming on macOS has long been a dream of many, and now that it's coming true, it does leave you wondering, what is Apple ultimately planning? If you want, you can check out my last Oculus video where we highlighted some of the ways Apple may be starting to target gaming markets, which would be much appreciated after being ignored for so long. We don't know how sure any of this is, but if we keep getting support from Apple, it's only a matter of time before Macs become true gaming machines. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this, and if you enjoyed, then please leave a like, and if you hated it, then you can leave a dislike. And tell me why you hated it. And leave your thoughts on the new MacBooks in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe. Thank you.